Whether you're a small marketing team or a 500-person agency, leveraging user roles and permissions in Beefree will help you control what each person can and cannot do inside your account. This video will walk you through the process of inviting team members and outlining the various roles and permissions you can assign them. To make it easy to follow along, we've divided this tutorial into 5 sections: inviting users to your account, roles and permissions, advanced permissions, inviting viewers to your account, and deleting users. Now, all of these features can be found in the Manage Users page, but keep in mind that only an account owner or admin can access it. First, let me show you how to invite users to your account. To access the Manage Users page as an owner or admin, head to the drop-down menu in the top right corner and select Manage Users. On this page, we can see how many members and viewers we can add to our account. Now, members are users who are working directly inside of Beefree, whereas viewers are collaborative users or people who assist in the approval process. For now, let's focus on adding members. Our current plan allows for 2 members in total, and since our own account is the only other member that has been assigned so far, it means we have room to add 1 additional member. Great, but let's say we've reached the maximum number of members we can add, so in this case 2. We can always purchase additional members by clicking Expand Your Team. Depending on your plan, this will open a modal where you can select how many members you would like to add. You can also see a comparison between your current subscription rate and the new one, as well as the amount that you would need to pay today in order to proceed. Let's hit Cancel to go back to the previous page. To add a new member to our team, click Invite a Member. This leads us to the next section, where we must assign a role and permission to our user. Each role in Beefree is equipped with a predefined set of permissions that outline the actions a user is allowed or restricted to perform within your account. These permissions act as guardrails, much like setting boundaries and guidelines for your employees. For example, maybe you want to prevent a junior editor from modifying important content. Roles and permissions ensure that each team member operates within their designated scope of authority, promoting efficiency, security, and smooth collaboration within your account. To make this easier to understand, here is a breakdown of the different user roles in Beefree. An owner has full access to the entire account and manages the Beefree subscription. This is the only user that can purchase or remove additional users, access billing information, and cancel the subscription. An admin can access all features and create and manage workspaces in certain plans. Most often, this person is in charge of overall team management. They can freely add users, edit roles, permissions, and workspace assignments, and add or remove workspaces. A manager has all the capabilities to manage the design creation workflow inside a workspace. This includes adding, copying, and removing templates, saving rows, managing workspace settings, creating and removing folders, locking content, and editing display conditions. However, they cannot add users, change roles and permissions, or add or remove workspaces. An editor can create, edit, and export designs. Outside of adding, organizing, and removing designs, editors do not have access to features relating to the design creation workflow or user management. A contributor is someone that can contribute to content editing. For example, a contributor could be a copywriter who is solely focused on adding and editing text. Their permissions limit them to editing design content, adjusting design settings, using saved rows, commenting, and sending test emails. The viewer is the most restricted user role available inside an account. This role is entirely focused on the review process, granting users the ability to view emails and pages while providing feedback using Beefree's commenting functionality. They do not have the ability to make any changes or edits to the design or content. For a more detailed breakdown of user roles and permissions, make sure to check out our Help Center article, which I've linked in the description below. Okay, great. Let's head back to Beefree to finish adding our new team member. Once their name and information is filled in, you can now select their role. For this example, let's go with admin. Now, certain premium plans also offer the ability to choose the specific workspaces your team members have access to. This feature is especially valuable for pharmaceutical companies, agencies, and financial institutions where maintaining strict control over who can view sensitive information is crucial. By controlling permissions at the workspace level, you can ensure that content is limited to authorized personnel only. Okay, this brings us to advanced permissions. Now, whether you're a small team, large organization, or an agency using Beefree, chances are multiple colleagues have access to your account. While you can manage their roles and permissions to a certain extent, sometimes you need even greater flexibility. And that's where advanced permissions come in handy. Now, this feature is only available in certain premium plans, and so if you don't have advanced permissions enabled, the drop-down menu will only let you select no restrictions. Now let's show you an account that has this feature enabled. Advanced permissions can be assigned to any Beefree user except for the owner. Once activated, these permissions restrict users from modifying workspace styles, aka your brand guide, and creating new content, like adding templates, creating saved rows, or dragging and dropping content blocks within a design. They can only edit specific attributes of existing content and drag and drop approved saved rows. Now, it's important to understand that these users will have full visibility within Beefree according to their role, and that unavailable features will often appear locked rather than hidden. Let me show you what this looks like by viewing Beefree through the eyes of an admin with advanced permissions enabled. The first thing you'll notice is that users cannot drag and drop content blocks. As a result, all tiles in the sidebar will appear locked. Additionally, the Settings tab is missing. This limitation is intended to prevent this user from making large changes to the design. With that said, these users have some editing permissions when it comes to existing content. Here's a quick glance of what they can modify. Now, you can find this information and more in our Beefree support article on advanced permissions, which I've linked in the description below. Any properties that can't be modified will appear translucent in the Builder sidebar. Users also won't be able to delete, duplicate, or move an existing content block. Next, let's talk about rows. Users with advanced permissions can drag and drop approved saved rows inside the Rows tab. However, they won't be able to edit any row settings in the Builder. Now, as an owner or admin, you can manage the saved rows they have access to by hiding different row categories within the Settings tab. Let's move on to the Library tab. This is restricted to admins and managers who have view-only access. This message here lets them know that they do not have editing permissions. That means they can see all of the templates stored in the Templates area, but can't edit them. They can, however, view each template's details page. The same limitation applies in the Rows area. These users cannot see the category drop-down menu or the Add Category button either. They will, however, have access to connectors and webhooks. Similarly to the Library tab, only admins and managers have access to the Settings tab, with some limitations. Admins and managers with advanced permissions enabled won't see the row categories order in General Settings. Additionally, they have view-only permissions when it comes to accessing the Styles area. This is apparent when we try to click on something, as everything remains locked. If you're an agency with separate workspaces and styles for each client, this can help safeguard branded content from unwanted changes. By restricting who has editing access using advanced permissions, you can ensure 100% design consistency across all of your projects. Before moving on to the next section, it's important to highlight two things though. First, admins and owners have the ability to edit the roles and permissions of an existing user at any point in time. Simply go to the Manage Users page and click on the name of the member you wish to update. Secondly, for user management to work best, each user needs their own unique login. Using shared accounts not only raises security risks, but also limits functionality with Beefree's collaboration tools. This means it's harder to track edits, communicate through comments, and co-edit designs with your teammates. Perhaps most importantly, you also won't be able to control who can access what. Okay, let's talk viewers. As we mentioned previously, viewers are collaborative users who assist in the approval process. They are not able to edit designs and can only add or reply to comments when invited. To add a viewer to your account, you must do so from the Manage Users page. After you've included the necessary information, hit Invite. Now, viewers are available across all paid plans, but if you ever promote a viewer to a member, naturally you'll be billed for an additional member user. To help you visualize this, let me show you what Beefree looks like for a viewer. As you can see, I can view emails and landing pages that I've been invited to. However, let's try to open one up. And so once it loads, you'll see that I can't actually edit the design. What I can do though is I can click on the canvas to leave comments or reply to feedback and notes left by my colleagues. Okay, great. Now that leads us to deleting users. If you want to remove a user from your account, you can do so at any time. You just need to be an owner or admin to do so. To delete a user, click on this icon here. You'll get a warning message asking you to confirm the action. If you click Revoke Access, the Manage Users page will then reload. In paid accounts, this creates space for a new available user. It will also reduce the number of assigned users listed in your dashboard. So that wraps up this video. Let's recap what we've learned. We demonstrated how to invite your team members to your Beefree account. We clarified each user role and outlined the specific permissions associated with them. We dove into advanced permissions and explained the limitations they impose across Beefree. We guided you through the process of adding viewers to your account and showed you how to easily remove users as well. By mastering user management in Beefree, you'll achieve two critical goals: fostering seamless collaboration across your team and enjoying the peace of mind that comes from knowing your designs are safeguarded against unauthorized or accidental changes. Thanks for watching.